Welcome back to my series where I rate all of the Spider-Man 2 costumes. We have the third update that has a new set of suits for us to talk about, and we are going to talk about them and rate them on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst and 10 being the best. If you haven't seen any of my other videos talking about the Spider-Man 2 suits, you can check them out. I'll link them right up here or something. But without further ado, I would like to just get started right away and talk about the new suits that were added in this update. So we got 2 new suits for Peter and 2 new suits for Miles that were based off of various things. They have like themes to them. So obviously this is a race car driver suit for Peter, and it does in fact look like Spider-Man, but as a race car driver. What I think is very interesting though is that this is the default look, while the style for red and blue is in the suit styles. I personally like this one best, obviously because of the Spider-Man colors, but I also like the black and white version, and then a very nice 2099 looking theme here too. But I'm mainly going to talk about this one just because it's red and blue and it's the most that I can compare it to Spider-Man, obviously. Here's what I like. The white spider logo actually does stand out quite a bit on this one, and I like that it stands out here as opposed to the default one where it's just a black suit with the line textures. And frankly, I think that also kind of looks good too, but I don't know. I'm just not really a huge fan of the all black with the like neon-ish lines, but I like this because it just feels more like Spider-Man, but as a race car driver, you know? I like the textures in that it looks pretty much like it is a NASCAR suit. I don't know why, it kind of reminds me of almost the concept of the TASM 1 suit, where it feels like a suit that anyone could just make. It's just a bodysuit that is spray painted. I will say this too, I like the helmet. The helmet is a very good idea, especially for this design, and I think it looks really good for what they're going for here. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like this. The first one isn't great. This one is really good. This one, I know what they're going for with the black suit, and this is just 2099 Miguel O'Hara. So I think for this one, I would probably give this an 8 out of 10. I think it's super creative, and I like how they incorporated the Spider-Man design in the race car outfit. But the default one, I would straight up just give like a 5 or a 6 out of 10. The color really made the difference. And up next, we have the next theme, which is motorcycle Spider-Man. I don't know why they made this the default one again. It's the orange just looks so ugly. The orange lines look so ugly. I think if it was red, it would be better, but the fact that it's orange is just quite horrendous. And then we switch it here and it looks better. This is probably my favorite version of it just because of the all black. It feels very noir-esque, and again, black leather jacket Spider-Man, you know? This one though is obviously it's traditional Spider-Man, but he's wearing a motorcycle outfit. I also like it for that purpose. I don't like the mask, like the leather style mask that he has. Honestly, it reminds me of Gotham Knight's Red Hood, which is probably why I'm so triggered by it, but it's an actual suit that he's wearing underneath, and I just realized. So he's wearing a suit underneath, and then he has the jacket, and then he has the leather spider pants. I think for the red and blue, I would probably give it maybe a 7.5 to an 8 out of 10. It's very creative. I actually do really like it. This just looks ugly. That just looks ugly. And this is just what a regular motorcycle outfit would look like, but he's also wearing a black and white suit, and it just doesn't really pop out as well. So these would probably get like a 7.5 to an 8, give or take. I can't really decide. I would probably maybe lean more towards like a 7, you know, like 7.5. And one of the suits that was originally missing from this game that was in Spider-Man 1 is the Last Stand suit. So the Last Stand suit is pretty good. I like it in the simplified Spider-Man with the leather jacket and the jeans. It's a really, really cool looking suit, and I honestly can't remember what I gave it in the Spider-Man 1 suit rating video. I like it. I think it looks really cool, and I appreciate the suit variations too, where this one is a red and blue variation where he actually is wearing blue jeans with it also. Feels a little more colorful, but maybe my only tiny thing is the white spider logo. I just think that the black spider logo would look a little bit better here, but I understand why they would want to switch it. The black one is basically just something that I would see Spider-Man Noir wear. And frankly, this kind of reminds me of just a Spider-Man Noir suit if maybe the mask was a little bit different. So the other thing that I just noticed is that his arms have the symbiote web shooter look, where he has the white on the back of his wrist there. And this is just an ugly mustard color. And you know me and my mustard colors. I do not like Spider-Man in the mustard color. It looks so gross. Last Stand suit is gonna get a 9 out of 10 for all 3 of these variations, and then this one is gonna get a 2 out of 10 because I just hate the mustard color that much. Up next, we have another suit that was missing in this game that was in the previous game, and that is the Into the Spider-Verse suit. And I will be completely honest, I don't know why this wasn't in the game in the first place. I really don't, because it just makes logical sense to have a Spider-Verse suit with Miles, and these two together look perfect. They look really good here. But yeah, it was kind of weird that they had the Noir Spider-Man in this and not Into the Spider-Verse Spider-Man, like his regular suit. And I think it actually looks a little bit better here than it does in the first game, and I think it's because of the way that he's built. The fact that the center red piece, right, like in the chest to abdomen portion, it's so skinny and it makes the blue part stand out, but it also makes him feel a little big in the stomach, if that makes sense. But it's just the way that the chest goes down, like the fact that it's so skinny. That's the only thing I don't really like about it. That's the only thing that looks weird about this suit. But I think it looks better here than it does in the first game, because that was the thing that I complained about in the first game too, is that they had that. Other than that, it's just Into the Spider-Verse Spider-Man, and it looks really good. Overall, I would give this one an 8 out of 10 because it's just another version of Spider-Man, but they do just enough with this suit that's different that I don't like, but I just prefer the other animated looks more, like Spectacular Spider-Man, 90s Spider-Man, that sort of thing. And moving on to Miles, because he also got a fair amount of new suits. This first one here is the Metro suit, and we're just gonna switch that, and it immediately looks better in my opinion. Again, I don't know why this just wasn't the default, because it looks more like Miles, but it is what it is. You know what the inside looks like? Like you know when you go to like Hot Topic and you have those hoodies that fully zip up like that, like that's what that reminds me of. And it's kind of cool to see it in here because it is something that I've seen in real life. And then he has a jacket over it that has the spider logos on the front and the back. I actually really like the pants and the web design that they have, like the very subtle spider webs that give it the sort of wavy look. And he's wearing Converse or Vans. Those are Vans, never mind. Yeah, he's wearing Vans. And you can't go wrong with wearing Vans, I guess. The other suit variations, this is just, you know, red and blue. And this is purple and blue. I'm not really a fan of this just because of the purple and blue, but like this one works the best. This one looks kind of weird, if I'm being honest. It looks a little weird with the red and the blue. But I also just think that this one just fits more Miles, and then this one, I don't know. This one doesn't really fit as well. But they have the black spider logo, and I think that's what would make it a little bit better for me. Again, not saying that the white spider logo is bad. I think I'm a little sick of seeing the white spider logo sometimes. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Like in Marvel Rivals, I wish the logo was white. I think it would pop out a little bit more. Here, I think it works better that it's black. Overall, I would probably give this one like a 6 or a 7 out of 10. It's very average. I don't necessarily think that it's bad, but I don't necessarily think that it's great either. The Ginga suit, I remember reading that this is supposed to be soccer Spider-Man, and I don't know if a soccer player designed it. I forgot what the story was behind it, but this is supposed to be soccer Spider-Man. It certainly does look like soccer Spider-Man, especially this one. Oh my god, I can't remember what the story was behind this one, but there's a reason why it has this color scheme. I just can't remember what exactly it was. And judging the default color scheme, it's very busy, especially with all the different colors and the patterns and the line. This is just a very, very, very busy suit. But I think that if I switch it to this, it becomes less busy because it's just down to black and red, and then you have the white lenses, and it just looks way better visually speaking. And then if I go to this one, it kind of has the same problem where it's red, blue, and then black with the lines, but it looks really busy, but it looks better because the colors aren't all over the place. And then this one is just white and silver, and I actually like it. I think that the default one is actually the worst color just because of how busy it is, and this one's the best, followed by this, and then this one is third. Like this, it just looks like an average alternate suit for Miles, and I kind of like that. I think it fits that purpose, but judging the fact that this is the default would get like a 3 out of 10 for me. I really don't like it. This would look like a much better alternate costume, and I would give it maybe a 7 or an 8. Probably the same vein over here, maybe like a point lower, so like a 6 or a 7. And then this one would probably be that same score, like a 6 or a 7. And returning from the Miles Morales game, we have the Uptown Pride suit, which, if I am remembering correctly, is just where is it? Oh my god. It's just his classic suit, but recolored. So, why the hell is this suit here? I know why it's here, but why was this not just an alternate costume for the classic suit? That doesn't make any sense to me, because it is the same suit. It's the exact same suit, but just colored a little bit differently, which is fine, but this is wasting a slot. Like, right? Like, it's wasting a slot because it's just the classic suit, but a different color. It's just another suit style, and you have 4 more suit styles. That's just so funny to me. I'm sorry. It's just, I don't know about the purple here. The red and the black looks really cool. I will say the red and the black looks really cool. I like this. This is a really cool alt, and then this is just black and silver. But yeah, like, I can't really, like, I'm still gonna give it like an 8 out of 10, but it's just an alternate color. It almost feels like they're wasting a slot just because this is an alternate color for the classic suit. So I don't know. I just think it's really funny. And Miles's last suit that we have is the animated suit, which was in Miles Morales. It's the comic book animated suit. So here's my thing with the animated suits. I think it looks really cool and unique because of the animated style. However, the animation clashing with the real world graphics just doesn't really work for me, and that's why I don't like using them. If they somehow were able to make a comic filter for the entire map, then it would be totally different. But that's really the only reason why I don't like using these animated suits. And also, we kind of have the same problem now that we did before this update, because Miles had a Spider-Verse suit. He had 2 Spider-Verse suits for himself, and then Peter had one, which was the Noir suit. But now Peter has a Spider-Verse suit, but he doesn't have an animated suit, so the styles are different, and it's weird. It is what it is. I think to balance it out, they would need to put back Peter's animated suit again. But yeah, I also just think it's kind of interesting that the 2 suits returning for Miles from his game are just different versions of his classic suit. One being animated and one just being an alternate color. So for the animated suit for Miles, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10 because it does look really good. Obviously, it's just his classic suit, but in the comic form, right? But the reason why it's an 8 out of 10 for me and not a 10 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10 is because it just doesn't work for me personally with the real world style that this game has, you know? And those are all of the suits that are present in the Spider-Man update. Oh, there is one more thing I gotta say real quick before I forget. So Insomniac, I need to commend you for fixing the lenses on the TASM 2 suit. I really do. You listened to my complaints and you fixed it, and I thank you. However, there's still one tiny little thing wrong with this suit that I'm sure you guys know about, so I won't hamper on it too much. The soles on the bottom of the TASM 2 shoes should be black. They should not be red. It was not like this when his eyes were fucked up. It happened after you unfucked the eyes, and it's still not fixed. So if you could just add this to your to-do list on top of everything else that you're doing, like maybe the Spider-Man 2 DLC, and obviously you're working on Wolverine and all of your other crazy projects, but it would make me very, very, very happy if you fixed this suit once and for all. Thank you. And with that out of the way, that is actually going to be the end of this video. So let me know what you think of the new suits added into this update in the comments below. Which one is your favorite? Which one is your least favorite? And as always, if you like what you see and you want to see more from me, don't forget to hit that like button and hit the subscribe button to see more. Thank you all again so much for watching, and I will be back next time when we inevitably get more suits added into this game. And I will see you then.